Jay from Team DMA with another video. So this video is going to be regarding the GoldenEye profile that I created I think a month or two ago for one of the Discord members, which is GoldenEye. He's also in the show series and he plays the Dark Magician. His deck is a variant of the AC-130, which I created 4 years ago, and is the only Dark Magician deck that has proof of beating the YCS first place nationals since 4 years ago. It's nothing new, like it's old. It's the same profile. There's a few updates of the cards as cards are updated, like they make more support for it. But other than that, it's basically like 99.9% the same deck. So the GoldenEye deck is different because it takes away some of the AC-130, the profile, and it adds new cards to variants to substitute for some cards. So we're gonna see some gameplay here, excuse me, and we're gonna take a look at the profile as well. So let's take a look at this. So we're gonna normal summon Rod, search, circle, and you're gonna want to link. Now in the GoldenEye profile, linking into the Moon Maiden is a big deal because you play Bestial, and then thank goodness Bestial is lowering down. The cards are usually like $2 per card now, so people will be able to afford it. If you can't afford $2, then just let me know. I could give you the cards for free. But the cards were somewhere around $12 per card, even $25 for some of these cards, like the Dressworm and the Magnuma. But they're going really low in price, so you want to have a staple, 2 Dressworms in the deck as a staple. Luckily, like I said, the cards are very cheap, so you're gonna want those light and dark in the graveyard. So in this build, you have this the ability here to make plays from dead hands. So in a sense, this hand is kind of dead. You can argue all you want, but you don't really have nothing other than the Circle and Eternal and Dark. The Dark Magician community all agrees, like 100% of them, that that's trash, it's garbage, it's worthless. But I'm going to show you how this deck can perform at a high level, even though it's a budget. So you got some small plays, but they're going to turn into big plays. Maybe linking, Crawly, activating, knowledge. You're going to hit the circle, look, draw 2. Then after that, Goblin, draw again. And then you drew these 2 cards. Illusion, activate, search. You're going to go ahead and dump. Activate, send 2, draw. Chain, draw a 3rd card. And you activate this card. Dark Magician to the hand. Activate Tribute, Special, Dragoon. And then we're going to stop it right here. So now you have the right hand for the first negate. So a lot of people tell me it's stupid, it's trash, but they're not paying attention to my duels. When a person plays a spell, I usually negate the first spell with Dragoon as an Omni negate, and then when they try to play Super Poly afterwards, or they try to play like Dark Ruler No More, or just any follow-up card, the right hand will negate it. And even the famous channels like Loza have attacked me because I play that way. But then when they see the duel in action, they figure out like, oh, okay, the way he's doing it is better. In the beginning, they attack me because they think I don't know what I'm doing, but they quickly realize they're wrong. They're the ones who are confused. So I've been playing this deck for 4 years. So who's gonna know more, them or me? You know, they don't have any proof of the first place national, so it's a specific sequence that you play for the deck. So there's a lot of duels where you see them play a card, I negate it, then after they follow up with Super Poly, or they play Dark Ruler No More, like I said, or Lightning Vortex, and then the right hand covers it. Because if you don't do that, then you're gonna let the right hand negate any spell, and then you can't Omni negate with Dragoon anymore because the Dark Ruler or the Super Poly can't be stopped, remember? So that's why that's the correct sequence to do it. So you have the Omni negate from the Dragoon. He's protected with 2000 of attack from the Apprentice. Then you have the circle for the banish. You have the Eternal Soul. And then in the graveyard, you're going to have the combo of Rod and Dark Magician for the banish, getting the Rod. Then with the Rod, you're going to be able to discard the Rod to trigger the effect of the Dragoon. And then to top that off, you have in the back the dress room ready in case anything were to go wrong. So that does two combos. The first one is banishing a light or a dark from your opponent's graveyard or your own, and then it gets special summon. If it gets popped, you're gonna pop a card on the field. So the opponent is basically gonna be wasting your time right now because 3 of his cards are gonna be gone. So he has 3 to work with, but the problem is your cards are not leaving. They're there next turn as well. So that's gonna complicate things for him. Now in this deck, you've seen there can only be 1 or even skill drain topped off with this board. And it's very easy to make it. Even through hand traps, the deck will work and do whatever it's gotta do anyway. So this is just the beginning of the combos. The deck has a max of 10 negations and interruptions per turn. This is supposed to be a budget. So we are going to be looking at the profile. We had seen it before, so GoldenEye, if you're looking at it, any of the cards you're missing, let me know. I can either give them away to you for free, or they could be like $1 per card, since a lot of the cards you already have. So we're going to take a look at it. So I'm going to pause it. So here's the profile. So excuse me. Basically, you see the lineup of the monsters 16, and then the spells 18, and then 6 for the traps, and the 15 extra deck monsters. So really quick, off the top, we're just looking at 2 Dark Magician, 1 United Dragon. The Dress Worms is going to be 2 instead of the Magma because it's still expensive. So they're going to be $2 each, or for free, like I said, because I'm going to buy some extra. 1 Apprentice, Dark Mission Girl, 3 Rod, 1 Spellbook, Prophecy, 3 Magician Souls. So you can play 1 Magician Souls and 2 the Fusion Deployments, which does the same thing. And then the Illusion of Chaos, you don't need 2. You need 1 with 3 preps. And that's going to cover it. Luckily, the reprints are coming out in a week or so. People are going to be having the early product. So looking forward. A lot of people are looking forward for that. They might be $15. If you want to get some, or you don't have the money to get some, just let me know and I'll buy some for people. That way the prices don't increase, because a lot of people sleep on these cards, like people who cry about the Dragoon or the Magician Souls. I tell people to buy them, they never listen, and then when they skyrocket, they complain. So if you don't want to go through that, that's the main thing why I have my channel, the main thing why you're on the Discord group, because I'm here to help out the community. If I'm not here to help out the community, then I'm better off, I don't know, being homeless, or I don't know, not existing. The whole point is to help out the community. Otherwise, I don't want to do anything else. After that, you have the Dark Magic Attack, the rest of the Spellbook engine, and then the Feather. People argue about the Feather. Once you're dueling these first place nationals and top tier decks, tier 1, tier 0 styles, you're going to figure out a lot of them play back row heavy, and it's not going to be that fun, especially Labyrinth. You don't see channels showing you the first place national or top 8 regionals or nationals. Either the Labyrinth or any deck that's trap heavy like Traptrix, they don't show you those duels because they can't beat it. You can only find that here in my channel, which I just mollywop, completely obliterate those decks like nothing. So you're going to want that Feather on there in case you need it. You can always discard it or use an effect for something else to draw power. Then you have the Upstart Goblin, the Preps, and then the 3 Soul Servants. And then after that, the Callbite, Twin Twister. And the Twin Twister always helps because you can unbrick. People don't figure that out. You discard a brick to make your cards live. And sometimes you need to pop cards anyways. And sometimes you might even need to pop your own. It could also be used as discard. Then you have the Super Poly. And when you play a locals, instead of the right hand and left hand, people play 3 Super Polys and they win with this profile. People have been winning at their locals with this profile already since it's not extremely new. I have already made it for the last 3 years, and some people have gotten up to 2nd place at their locals events. But because it's online, I have the right hand and the left hand. One of them stops the traps, the other one stops the spells. So for the traps, it's supposed to be a really big deal because it stops the evenly match. You don't have to deal with that anymore, or solemn judgments or nothing like that. And you have the excuse me, the Secrets of Dark Magic, and then here you have the Magician's Restage. Such a broken card if you know how to play it correctly, if you've seen my combos. And then one circle. At locals, you need two. And then the salvation. The salvation is really needed just because of the United Dragon. You pop it and it comes out instead of popping another card. It also helps you extend. And then the Golden Eye special right here. So because of this, it makes this card broken finally. The Dark Magicians combined with the virus is so broken. Like you make it, you trigger an effect, and then it draws a card. Then on your opponent's turn, you just pop it, and it just gets rid of all your spells or traps for your opponent. If they have a labyrinth, it's an automatic win. As soon as it triggers, they're gone. If you're playing against a mirror match or just about any deck, if you've seen me duel, as soon as I trigger it, they don't even waste their time. They just surrender because all of their spells. If you don't believe me, go see the first place nationals that recently won like less than a month ago. And that's exactly what they did. It was a bestial. They just special because the bestial worked with it as well. You special the bestial trigger and the epidemic, and you just select all spells or all traps, and that's it. And you still have the rest of your follow-up plays. So that's how you're able to set up somewhere around 10 to 12 negates per turn, yeah, with this deck. And then you have the Grave the Super Ancient Organism. It's a must-have in the deck. It just freezes everything that you can think of. The new deck that won the Nationals, like the Chimera branded something, I already have that though. I crushed it. I crushed it yesterday from this guy that was undefeated. It was so easy to beat. And I played him with a Golden Eye profile. I'm going to be showing you guys the duel in the future. And then there can only be one. Usually you play two, but at this profile we play one. You should already know what that does. It is broken and it doesn't affect you because it only affects your opponent. When you go against like Flunderies as an automatic win, as soon as you trigger it, they lose. I'm the one who figured it out like 3 years ago. And then the skill drains, you need two. People like it at 3, but I would suggest at 2 because you don't want to have too many skill drains and no follow-ups. And then one Eternal Soul. The Eternal Soul, you can either put it at 2 or 1. To be honest with you, the only time it matters is when they remove one. The circle's the same thing. When they remove it, then you're in trouble. But if it's up to you, you can either put 2 of them or 1. It doesn't matter at all. The substitute will probably be the left hand. This one here. You can enter another Eternal Soul and you'll be fine. That's pretty much it for the deck. I mean, the extra deck here are the monsters. Dragoon, Dragonite, and then you have the Dark Magicians, Starving Venom, Predaplant, and then you have Garura. People didn't buy it when I told them to buy it. It's like everything else. This card is getting a reprint, so you might want to buy it. This is probably going to be 4 to 5. It's a staple in the Dark Mission, believe me. I introduced it when it came out some months ago, and it's so broken. With Dragoon, Circle, Eternal, and this, nothing can attack, nothing can directly affect them, and then you're Omni-negating plus banishing. It's so broken. And yeah, it's so super broken. It really is. And then Celine Queen, the Master Magicians. She's just there as a monster reborn. There's so many cool plays with it. You just have to see my duels. And then you have the Nightmare Phoenix as a staple because you just never know. There's a nasty combo with the Bestial. You special normal, then you link them, and then you pop a card, and then Driscoll triggers in the graveyard and get to pop another one. It's so broken. And this is the new card that I added when it came out like a month ago. It's so super broken. If you haven't seen me duel with it and see the broken combos, 2 cards do 5 combos. So your normal raw draw, they ash, and then you play like a bestial, you banish, you special, and then you attack with them, then you link them. When you link them, the Dressworm triggers and you pop a card. And then from there, this card triggers another effect, and this one can pop a card on the field anywhere. Then after that, any monster it attacks, it doesn't matter who it is or what it does, it destroys it by effect battle. So 2 cards do like 5 combos, and that doesn't even include the rest of your other cards. You still have another 4 cards. 2 do 5. So at the end of your turn, you're doing somewhere around 15 different combos from a Dark Magician deck. It's so broken. And yeah, and it's just so wonderful. And then here's the what's it called, the spell book, the engine. So I know a lot of people complain because of the rods and the prophecy, but in reality, if you were intelligent, you would know Konami fixed the brick problem. So what happens is when you draw more normal summons, you just trigger the effect of illusions, illusion of chaos, and you send the spellbook back into the deck so you can link it, because a lot of people are hitting you with two hand traps per turn, like 2 ashes or a Veiler and a trap, or infinite impermanence and ash like that. So you want to make sure you normal, it gets negated, special gets negated, and then from there you link and you go into more draw power, because this deck, all it does is draw, and it sets up the easy 3 to 5 negates per turn. Easy. And you see it all the time. And some points, like I said, I have duels where I set up 10 to 12 negates per turn. What the heck is the opponent supposed to do? And then here we have just the protector. All it is just to make the Dragoon. And then the Link Spider. And then this one's the Artemis. And then here we have the Relinquish. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much the deck. And that's the deck that you see me duel with. I retired the AC 130. It did good for 4 years. I can bring it back, but I retired it and I was gone for almost a month. So right now I'm just dealing with this deck, the what's it called, the GoldenEye profile. And that's pretty much it. Hopefully you like the video. This video is directed to everyone, but specifically someone special. GoldenEye. Compare your deck, see what you need, excuse me, and let me know. Some of the cards are like $1 cards. The rest I could just give them away for free to you. And that's pretty much it. I know your deck is pretty much complete. You might just need 1 Magician Souls and 1 Illusion of Chaos, and that's pretty much it. For the extra deck, that's a whole another story. But I have to end the video with this. Hopefully you liked it, and you guys keep coming in, subscribing. And let me know any ideas if you like the profile. And then also welcome to the new subscribers. I'll be doing a video specifically thanking the new subscribers, and there's more Discord members and people who want to come back to the show that I'm doing, the anime show. The show just started, I think, like a week ago. We're gonna be entering episode 3, and you guys are gonna be part of the show, see how the show works. It's neat. Nobody in YouTube does it. There's real duelists, real people, but in a show, it's a multiverse. It's pretty broken, and you get to show off your skills, your dueling skills for reals. And the plot's so crazy, so cool. And I do all my editing. I'm not like these expensive channels that pay someone like $24, $25 an hour for editing. I do it all myself. So I really appreciate, I really need the help, like the likes, the comments, the subscribers, to help me keep motivating, making the videos. The main thing what I was doing before is just online sales, but the online sales are already doing good. Now I just need to work on the channel. And that's pretty much it. I'm gonna end the video. And like I said, when it comes to Dark Magician, there is no existing channel that has more first place nationals destroyed than this channel, and I already retired the deck. But I was testing with GoldenEye, and it can do very good as well. And any questions or concerns you have, let me know. Shout out to Kobe, my boy Kobe. Shout out to DC, he's on vacation. The Black Ghost, my man right there. Shout out to Green Tea, she's the best. Adele, there's just so many people. Job, if I'm missing anyone, LC7 crew, there's just so many people to shout out to. Thanks everyone, thanks for your support. God bless, take care, and Dark Magic Attack.